Ministers are fiercely debating whether to ramp up the response to coronavirus as scientists warn the death toll of a second wave of COVID-19 is set to be larger than the first outbreak seen in March. Downing Street is now considering whether to introduce a Tier 4, which would see only schools and essential businesses remain open, with travel only permitted to get to work or to classes. However, health officials are urging the government to go even further and to scrap the tier system altogether. Instead, they want to put in place a full national lockdown, similar to those seen in France and Germany in recent days.
The idea of a short, sharp circuit breaker is, frankly, something of an enigma. No one can say if you go into a national lockdown how, at what point you get out of it. So I think that would not only be damaging, it wouldn't be, in economic terms, it wouldn't be the targeted approach in epidemiological terms, and it would create great uncertainty. So we appreciate this is difficult. I know from my own constituency the challenges, the disruption, the inconvenience of being in the high tier, but it's better to take a targeted approach than have the blunt tool of nationwide restrictions at the very highest possible level, which I think a lot of people in those areas where the virus hasn't taken hold would think was unfair as well as ineffective.
The news comes as several regions in England are placed on higher alert levels, meaning the virus is spreading too quickly for those areas to cope. Oxford and the Midlands will be placed under Tier 2 restrictions on Saturday, with West Yorkshire moving into Tier 3 on the same day. It has been predicted that London will be placed under Tier 3 restrictions within the next 2 weeks, as the R rate in the capital is at 2.9, which is double the national average of 1.56. Across the UK, 126,065 people tested positive for coronavirus in the week up until the 21st of October, which is up 23% from the previous week. Ministers say they are ruling nothing out in terms of a second national lockdown. However, previously Boris Johnson has said this policy would be a mistake.